Not all cultures should be tolerated, let alone respected. If a religion, belief, or cultural group postulates that you're trash unless you're part of it, chances are it's not worth your time. We can respect everyone's rights to their own beliefs, but that doesn't mean respecting the beliefs themselves. If someone's culture believes that I should be raped, killed or converted, fuck if I'll tolerate that, let alone respect it. You can't reconcile a belief like that and any semblance of friendship. You're also allowed to separate individuals and groups. Intolerance towards a group does not automatically mean intolerance towards its every member. Giving people a fair chance benefits you as much as it does them. If a cultural group proverbially spits on you, they deserve to be spat on back. Doesn't matter if they're a minority, a faraway country, or aliens, for all I care. We all face hardships and get discriminated against for one thing or another. Life isn't fair. You don't get to walk over me because you believe yourself to be special, and society has allowed you to play the perpetual victim card. Absolutely. Fuck child marriages. Race superiority. Fuck genital mutilation. Fuck period huts. Fuck countries that behead their countrymen. Fuck any cultural practice that takes advantage of any person. No need to respect or accept those realities, and we should always critique our own systems as much, if not more, than those outside of ours. Edit. Absolutely fuck living paycheck to paycheck, going bankrupt for healthcare and not being represented. I think we can all agree. Fuck Scientology. If a religion wants to harm you or wishes you harm because either you leave it, or you refuse to join in, it's not a religion, it's a cult. Edit. For everyone yelling about how one certain religion isn't a cult because XYZ, I regret to inform you that you're probably in a cult if you have to fight that your religion isn't a cult. LMAO. Always interesting when you can get the hardcore moral relativists to defend female circumcision or pedophilia. Slightly unrelated, but pedophiles are trying to get into the LGBT community. WC is unacceptable in my opinion. Rehab doesn't really work either. You're born with your attractions, you can't really get rid of them. You don't have to respect anyone's beliefs. You can acknowledge their beliefs, and then reserve the right to say that's fucking stupid. This is called the paradox of tolerance. In order to be a tolerant society, we must be intolerant of intolerance. Yet I never understood it why cultures and religions are treated as if they were human. Humans are, or should be, equal. One human life is not more worth than another human life. Cultures are not equal, they are not even equally good. You need to have a basic respect for every human as an individual. You don't have to respect any culture or religion. That's just ridiculous. Religions are nothing more than ideas that a lot of people share. Since when do we have to give respect to something that is simply a thought written down on paper? That is just so wild. Same with cultures. If a culture is simply shitty and brings suffering, why should anyone respect it? Humans are equal. Religions don't deserve respect. There are cultures that are better/worse than others, they are not all equal. What cultures pass the bar, out of curiosity? 100%, it's just unfortunate that people who call this out are attacked so vehemently. Sam Harris tried to do this on Bill Maher's show and Ben Affleck tried to smear him as being racist. Honestly. I was discussing sexualization of children in Japanese media such as anime, and a friend of mine said that it was okay because it was a part of their culture. I feel disgusted by his remark. I told him that just because it may be common in their culture, doesn't mean it is okay. Agreed, and this is such an easy argument to win. You can design an objectively bad culture. Let's imagine the people of Crapopolis greatly revere eating human babies, bathing in feces, indiscriminate murder, and Star Trek Voyager. There is not a sane human alive that would argue this is an example of a good culture. If a culture can be bad, certainly there must be a spectrum running from bad to good. I'm thinking of certain cultures that promote the mutilation of innocent, defenseless babies. Boys and girls. Bruh, just kill all mosquitoes and wasps. They do nothing but be scary and annoying. Nothing bad will happen like the Bee movie. Just kill them. Agreed. You're going to be downvoted by the Reddit mob, but it's the truth. Everyone wants to be special, and if that means trampling over the majority, then it's a-okay to everyone else. Despicable. Where did we go wrong? You can respect someone's culture while still being intolerant to more barbaric practices. There is more to culture than practices and beliefs. Languages, art, literature, and food are all part is culture. This is an unpopular opinion, but it really should be popular. We in the West tolerate so much terrible beliefs because of my freedom. Basically, any religion or culture can be twisted by extremists to mean that anyone who's outside of it is inferior and should either be converted or killed. That's how fascism worked, that's how white nationalism works, that's how Islamic extremists work, etc. This is hardly unique or inherent to any one way of viewing the world. The real question I'd ask here is this: which cultures specifically do you believe shouldn't be tolerated? You seem to have conveniently left that part out. I personally choose to respect only those who believe in equal rights for men and women. I see no point of tolerance for those who see me inferior based on my genes. I don't care if their grandfathers were sexist as well or their disgusting God sees women inferior. Zero tolerance from me. Why some religion miss the best value? Respect of others. For my part, I'm happy if you can tell me that you believe in something. Whatever you believe in. If it makes you happy, that's all that matter to me. Smiley. I got back from Afghanistan in 2008 and told anyone who would listen that child rape is ingrained in the culture, and I'll be damned if I have to respect it. Blows my mind the US has had troops in that country almost 2 decades now, and most people still don't seem to realize they are raping their little boys en masse. Exactly. There are people who claim we should respect the Chinese's culture of eating any kind of animal, but if your culture causes a worldwide crisis, then it's time to do away with that aspect of your culture. Is UP talking primarily about Abrahamic religions? I think UP is talking about Abrahamic religions. Nigerian culture is rude and encourages the gangster persona and crime. It is a virus destroying London and the surrounding suburbs. Just an example of a shitty culture. Jesus, these unpopular opinions are so brave. If you're awful to people, you shouldn't be. Fucking genius. I mean, I don't usually see, let's take the largest Christian denomination, Catholics bashing gays or saying that people are trash if they're not Catholic. But an intolerance towards homosexuality itself doesn't mean the church hates homosexuals, it just means that the church's stance is that homosexuality is a sin and thus contributes to suffering and death in the world. The problem with today's society is that we've created an identity out of sexuality, when it's really just a trait. This has led many to perceive the church's condemnation of homosexuality as a condemnation of homosexual people. I think this will resolve when we collectively realize that LGBT isn't an identity anymore, that toilet paper orientation preference is an identity.